Welcome adventurers to ADV in Japan. Today's video is in response to some comments I received on my Sprocket upgrade video, which if you haven't checked that out, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. Now in that video I downsized my front sprocket from a 15 tooth to a 14 tooth. Theoretically this is supposed to improve engine performance in the lower gears, which can be quite advantageous in off-road conditions. Unfortunately the higher baseline RPMs this upgrade produces also means there should be a slight reduction in the top speed. Now some of you mentioned in the comments that you were interested in my riding impression after this upgrade. Others also mentioned that similar effects may be achieved without having to change the sprocket. So in today's video I'd like to address these and other comments. Now if you don't care about this upgrade, I got some great footage of the Japanese countryside, so stick around anyway and enjoy the ride. Now as you can see in the video, I headed out to my usual stomping grounds next to the river to put this sprocket to the test. I put it through mud, soft dirt, paved roads, river rocks, grass, and gravel. After having put the bike through all these conditions, I noticed a few notable improvements. First, the higher baseline RPMs meant the bike just did not want to stall. In fact, I didn't stall the bike once in the an hour and a half I spent riding this day. And that's quite an achievement for me. The higher RPMs also meant that I could leave the bike in second and third gear most of the time, which made for a less jerky riding experience, especially in the slow technical areas. While this is not much of a hill climb, I did notice that this hill was a lot easier to climb than before with the upgraded sprocket. Now here I wanted to find out the impact on the engine at higher speeds, so I accelerated to 90 kph and compared my RPMs with two other 390s I found on YouTube that reached similar speeds in the same gear and conditions. This is not scientific by any stretch of the imagination, but as you can see at 90 kph the RPMs on my bike were around 72 to 7300 RPMs. Now comparing this with the other two bikes above, you can see that their RPMs at the same speed and gear were around 7,000 to 7,100 RPMs. Now I'm no engineer, but a difference of 200 RPMs doesn't seem like a huge impact. I could be mistaken, so definitely leave a note in the comments if you disagree. For a while now, I have been wanting to improve my ability to pop the front wheel off the ground. Not to show off, rather to be able to clear otherwise difficult obstacles and or prepare the bike for a softer landing after a decent sized jump. Now with the new sprocket and, well, a rear damper that quite frankly needs replacing soon anyway, I thought I'd give this a go, as theoretically the low end power advantage should make this technique easier than before. Now it may come as a surprise, or not, but the shots you see here are the best of the bunch. I spent most of the time failing and, quite frankly, falling. One tip for practicing the technique is to be very careful about your right foot sitting far back enough so you don't suddenly engage the rear brake while the front wheel is off the ground. That's exactly what sent me flying over the front bars here. Ideally, you should be able to execute this technique entirely with the throttle. In any case, I unfortunately did not find this easier even after the upgraded sprocket. Now, of course, this is likely due to my poor technique, but I also noticed that the throttle response of the bike is still, well, shit. And that's an electrical issue, not mechanical. Which brings me to a comment from a viewer that mentioned a fuel mapper like the Fuel X Lite might actually give you similar results to a sprocket upgrade without the loss of a top-end power or an early chain replacement. Now, I could not agree more here. After reading that comment and having experienced what I did out in the field, I came to the additional conclusion that a fuel mapper would also quicken up the throttle response, thus making the popping up of the wheel technique that much easier. These are, however, two distinct upgrades, as one provides a mechanical advantage, the sprocket, and the other an electrical, the Fuel X. So perhaps the unicorn solution here would be to both upgrade the front sprocket and slap in a Fuel X, scrap the socket upgrade, just go with the Fuel X, or just get better at riding. Despite the above setback, however, I am happy with the advantages the sprocket upgrade provides. What are your thoughts? Well, that's it, you guys. Thanks for sticking around, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, this is ADV in Japan, out.